Hi there, this is Tom from FISICO, Alba International Physical Theatre Festival. Beautiful day today, incredibly beautiful, and I'm on the hilltop of around the town of Aramengo here in Piedmont, and behind me, what you see is the church of San George or Saint George, because if you're English you would like that. I think it goes, I actually don't know the age of the church. I was just recapping for the people that are watching the video for the first time. Basically, I'm shooting all these videos in front of all the Romanic churches you can find here in Piedmont. They're about 1500s, and so I don't know if I'll do them all, but it's such a beautiful place, you know. And apart from shooting the videos, look at the view here. This is an incredible view. We're just on top of this hill, which overlooks ways and ways of vineyards. I must say, Nappa Valley can kiss my ass as far as I'm concerned, because this place is just beautiful, just gorgeous. And you know what? It's not a heavy touristy site. If you come to Italy, you know, people go to Rome or Venice or whatever. But I gotta tell you, if you like nice wine, great food, boys, you gotta come here. You know, you can get some incredible meals for, you know, set lunch for no more than 30 euro with wine and everything, you know, 3 courses and stuff like that. So maybe, you know, in the future I'd like to shoot these videos from restaurants. Who knows, the day they will open up. But anyway, today's story, it's about the title of a book, really, which is When You Fall in Dive. Okay, and slowly and surely I'm gonna speak about some books that really inspired me in my journey as a theater artist. And I must say, probably one of the main writers that inspired me is Cherry Huber. So remember this book, Where You Fall in Dive? It's by Cherry Huber. Now, who's Cherry Huber? She's a Zen teacher. By the way, I'm not a Buddhist or anything. But through her, I kind of discovered meditation. This book was suggested to me by another clown. I do clowning, although I don't look like a clown in real life. Or maybe I am, I actually don't know. But anyway, this book was suggested by another clown. And together with another book by the same author, that really inspired me. It kind of made a difference in my life, okay? Now, these books, of course, they're not going to change your life unless you're kind of ready for them. And you got to imagine them as keys that open doors that were shut for a long time within yourself. So, you know, take it with a pinch of salt, not a guru or anything, but giving you my personal experience, it is a book that kind of changed my attitude and perspective on life. Now, about Cherry Huber, I discovered her story later on in life, but she tried to commit suicide when she was in her 20s. So what she did one day, I think she was in the house of a relative of hers or whatever, or in her own house. I don't remember the story, but anyway, she used to have a gun in her house, not her, but her family. So what she did in her 20s, she took the shotgun and she basically shot herself in the stomach. And miraculously, she survived. And the story goes, she told that story. You can find a podcast where she describes the story in details, but that she woke up in the hospital, the gunshot caused massive damage to her belly, and the doctor, who was, you know, he entered inside a room smoking a cigarette and said, well, you shouldn't be alive, so you better find out why you're alive. So that kind of triggered her journey into self-discovery, and eventually she became a Zen teacher, and she started writing these books, which are very beautiful. You know, they're written like in the same handwriting of a child, so they're kind of bizarre. They're very easy at first, but deep at the same time. And basically, when you fall in dive, you know, if I have to recap it in a sentence, just imagine you're falling. Okay, that's how the book starts. You're falling from a skyscraper or something. All of a sudden, you're just floating in the sky, and you're precipitating at an incredible speed. So basically, you're fucked. And you know, your immediate reaction is to just kick in the air, punch in the air. You know, why me? Try to find some kind of, I don't know, branch or whatever that can stop your fall, and so on and so forth. But in the book, that's how it starts. It kind of invites you to take a different approach, to take the dive. Because, yes, you may die, you're falling, you don't know why you're there actually. But what if you take a dive? What if you try to enjoy the fall? Maybe there is some water at the bottom of this fall. Maybe there is, you know, a mountain of mattresses. I don't know. So, and maybe that fall has a meaning. Now, this is a very metaphoric scene or whatever, but especially in clowning or when you're doing a show in front of a live audience, it basically means that shit happens, and you got to deal with it. And instead of cowering back or being afraid, sometimes you can actually enjoy what is happening, whatever it is. One prop is missing. You forgot the lines. I don't know. Stage light falls, to the ground. So anything that happens, you may use that and take that as an opportunity to do something else. Now, in clowning, and I think the whole concept of clowning is to develop this sort of child mind. And I'm quoting another Zen teacher here, Suzuki. You're basically going back to the state where you're a child, and everything is possible. In the mind of a child, everything is possible. It is when you become an adult that you're kind of imposing self-limit to yourself. So this is my take for today. This is a book I want you to suggest because it is related to the situations in life where you may find yourself in a position where you're kind of inclined towards quitting and call it a day for whatever reason. And a lot of times, I think people that quit, they don't quit because of something real happens, but they kind of quit in their mind first. They kind of lose morale or motivation, whatever you want to call it, and that's because their reality, how reality is, it's a mismatch between reality and what they have in their own mind. Well, nothing is gonna, occur in life according to what you plan. Nothing, ever. And that's beautiful if you think about it. I mean, would you ever see a film of a guy, of a protagonist where this person has an easy life, everything is easy, beautiful life, no problems at all, and at the end this guy dies? It's a boring movie, okay? You want to see something where the protagonist has obstacles that he has to overcome, and maybe he's in danger of his life, or something terrible happens, but he can find a solution and so on. That's life. That's an adventure if you see it that way. And that's why I think people that have it too easy sometimes, they're the ones who tend to be bored, completely unsatisfied or whatever. So difficulties can help. It doesn't have to be to that extreme, but like I said, if you're doing a show, for example, you're planning a show, for example, my show, whenever I started writing a show, it just never finished the way I had it planned. And instead of, getting angry or just saying, well, this has got to be perfect and stuff like that, I imagine them, and I told you that before, as being babies, and babies grow up. And, they fall, they grow up, blah, 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 blah. So they're just babies, and then they become full adults. And it's the same with shows, and it's the same with life in general. So shit may happen, bad things may happen, and I think a happy attitude is just to accept what is happening, which doesn't mean to be passive about it, never, but it means that try to enjoy it, enjoy the difficult times as well. So right now, for example, I mean, this scene, you got to see the scene, guys. This is an incredible scene. How much is this worth? I don't know. I don't think nobody's watching these videos, but it'd be great to have a comment on this. How much is this worth? Can you put a price on it? I think it's priceless. And look at this tree behind me. Beautiful tree which is blossoming. So as the world is changing and taking new directions and new possibilities or whatever, I think one of the tasks of the artist is to keep an open mind and in some creative way find some kind of order in a world that is always moving. and it always will be that way. So what's the worry? Nothing to worry about. Well, that was too deep. Well, anyway, so that's the title of the book. When you fall in dive, I think I'll put the link to the book in the description of this video. Church of St. George behind me, beautiful vineyard in front of me. Oh my goodness, this is incredible. Okay, and I'll see you in another video. New church, some new sort of philosophical ruminations before we hit the festival. Now, by the way, we moved the date of the festival by 1 week. That's another thing which was unplanned. So we're supposed to do it from the 21st to the 23rd of May, and instead now it's 28th to the 30th. Are we gonna do it? We don't know. We don't know. Maybe we probably know around the 20th of April, when the government will decide whether to open theaters or not. But you know what? It doesn't matter. When you fall in dive, just enjoy it, because life is beautiful. You know, freedom is there. You just need to take the opportunities. And happiness is not a goal. Happiness is you have it within you. You just need to find it. Okay? So that's it. All right. Thank you, guys. Bye-bye. And guys, if you're watching this video, it doesn't matter if you're here by chance or whatever. Do me a favor, subscribe and leave a comment. Even if you don't like them, leave it a bad comment. Leave a dislike. You know, thumb down. Who cares? Thumb down. Thumb down is very much appreciated, because it means that at least emotionally, I left you something, okay? And I'm not doing this for me, really. I'm doing this for you. So hope it serves some kind of purpose, okay? All right. Bye-bye, guys. Take care.